Free suckers can't take the heat, nah they gon' rap. Big dumb cats, big guns clap. Another brother dead, another mother son lack. I'm from the era where the niggas did scrap. Seen the same person shot with two different straps. You don't want this, nah you don't want that. Tired of fuck shit, wanna take a nap. I'm a dog on these chicks, just a different cat. Must make at least a M to make an impact. May just paint the Benz matte black, fresh head to toe. Never wore socks that didn't match. Cause I'm from the middle of the map. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. Nigga, I get around. I been there and back. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I get around, I've been there and back. Check, I'm from the middle of the map. I get around, I've been there and back. Born in Gary, Indy, just to be exact. Got family in the go and family in the nap. Talking money, shit hit my jack. If it don't make sense, shit I can sense that. Blowing big loud, never the mid pack. See you talk, that's just big cap. Nigga, I walk the walk with graduation hats. Fuck your opinion, nigga, in fact. You fuck my bitch, shit, I tip my hat. Now she dead to me, can't bring her back. Play the game, play the field, never been set. Bulls game, flow seats just like my Benz mats. Blunt to my lips, gun on my hip, her project pack. Act not my cup of tea, rather sip some yak. Cause I'm from the middle of the map. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. Look, I get around, I've been there and back. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. Yeah, I'm from the middle. Look, been there and back. I'm from the middle of the map. We ride big Chevys, big Cadillacs. I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. We shaking up, don't give too much that. Nah, I'm from the middle of the map. Granny's moved up top, cook so food and got us fat. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map.
Where we live illegal, leaning off a leader, riding regal, tipping scales like Libras. Inhale, no L's, pulling out blocks like Jenga. In the rear of a Caprice's Billy Rims, flicking decent nonetheless. Nothing less than tens for the speakers. You'll hear us before you see us with beats that beat the streets up. Yeah. So try and keep up and keep it low key, cuz police try and treat us and keep us on a leash, cuz that's how they see us, thinking we nuts. Cuz we'll die for the ground beneath us, because this land made us. This land made of players that stay on paper. That's how we came up amongst the mayhem to the day when we display what we made of. The game could never change us, the West Side teachers. On these streets where you find that D before G. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it, you just got up in a plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it, I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it, yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Smell the grind in the air, take a whiff. Only the nose knows the aroma. Compose the money rolls that fold up, holding cold cups. Searching for those that got the purple O's for the $4. And we can go nuts and stay at the stove like gross us, and post up with O's on the table like coasters. That's how the game coached us, made us all in the soldiers. Now that dough is the focus, so know that we own this. Molded by the hood role models, riding good, the latest model, drinking good, raising bottles like we just missed the pothole. You got to know that it's impossible to stop our flow. We've seen it all from watching cops reload 30s a dro while drinking the night away until the block got slow. You'll know as soon as you see us, we the ones laid back in the cut. My demeanor seems to always get me up. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir, hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Yeah, home of the survivor, survival of the fittest in the town. It's wicked, you can J down. In a minute, what am? What's the business? The biz is how you down and get it. From Cape Town, the fifth city, the sounds of fifths empty. When we tipsy is risky, where the lick be, at least 10 deep it tempts me. But there's no mystery where the chips be, the tips G. Just our history from the 60s. Pimpin' ain't easy, but we bleed it. This here game is in our veins, in the air we breathe in. Believe this, it's no game, but the key is your mouthpiece, spit your game. But believe, turn nothing into something. We suffer without supper long enough. Struggling from summer to summer, the same place where the dope is sold. It's home to the Oprah show, the same place I know is home. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir, hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into
I'm Lillard, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
You were there for me to love and care.
Notice the Entourage DJs are taking over the game. The Midwest invasion is here, and the true Midwest mixtape king is giving it to you. It's DJ G-Spot banging your mixtapes right now.
You are now listening to the Myth Mixtape. DJ G-Spot and Mick Luke, Chi-Town's finest. It's definitely representing Southside, Westside, stand up.
Yeah, they honor my persona. See my coat of arms, cloaked in armor. Live and die by the code of honor. The honorable, known as Mick the Conqueror. My mantra is that of a monster. My vengeance is endless until you extinct like a condor. What you think I was armed for? I'm knocking at harm's door. Molded by the force, call me the Black Mamba. I'm putting up numbers like Kobe in the garden. My thought fears, thoughtless as I talk shit, and there's nothing as heartless as my heart spot. Deeper than the darkness that dwells where the sharks live. You sleeping with the fishies, surfing with the marlins. On the surface, I'll unleash the carnage till you surf, till you starving, searching for a market. I'm the pit boss, tally up your losses. Your fate is sealed way before the card flips. You marks ain't shit. Topic of discussion, they ain't talking about nothing. Keep their noses in the sump. Y'all ain't talking about shit. I hear them wolfing in the whispers, snakes in the grass. We ain't thinking about your ass. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Fucking lying, I ain't buying. Ain't nobody even trying to hear that dumb shit you kickin'. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Find yourself some business, get yourself a life, and sit down, motherfucker. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Unlike the players, y'all engage in betrayal. So brave, do anything for the day they can slay you. So devious, even if you can't even see the hate. I don't need to plead my case till you please. I seize the day. Feast off your mistakes from the cleanest of plates. Palate of a pharaoh, it's all seasoned to taste. A vision of perfection, at least 3 in my face. Fanning me with feathers, tease me with grace. I can't conceive defeat, nor will I concede the race to these conceited lames that can't believe my pace. So intrigued by my intrigue and display that intrigues the brain, there's nothing left to say. Hands down, I lure them to attack like cash. It's the allure of a champion with my banner in the rafters. Topic of discussion, they ain't talking about nothing. Keep their noses in the sump. Y'all ain't talking about shit. I hear them wolfing in the whispers, snakes in the grass. We ain't thinking about your ass. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Fucking lying, I ain't buying. Ain't nobody even trying to hear that dumb shit you kickin'. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Find yourself some business, get yourself a life, and sit down, motherfucker. Y'all ain't talking about shit.
WIFTBPM.
Live
from What's in It for the Black Media Studio. You're listening to The Bigs with Eugene McIntosh and Terrence Tomlin.
Let's begin now.
They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful Friday afternoon.
Back down.
We are back down on the soil, man, and you know that means it's time to rock with the bigs. I'm your man T-Time, coming to you as usual. My player partner, Eugene McIntosh.
What's the drawings, Finulioski?
It is all good, man. I'm enjoying this beautiful Friday. Low-key kind of drifting off into wondering what I'm going to do when I get out of here because it's so beautiful.
Is it that? Is it? It is wicked, though. I came outside. I'm like, oh, damn, my bad.
I'm like, I know it's not four of us here. No.
No, it's, I gotta change the demo.
We know who y'all are.
Yeah, man. But Ron Rilla, this how it usually is when I come in. I usually forget to switch the camera, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Hey, but T always say that, man. We know who he is.
Oh,
y'all know who he is.
Y'all know who the man
Watch how I
Gino
do
is.
this. Go ahead.
Go ahead, swap it out real quick. But man, hope everybody that's tuned in is ready to talk some sports. And we are right back at it. Gino, thank you for the switcher.
Hey, I'm wicked on the switcher now, man. Ron Rilla.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
Chilling, man. I'm can't wait to. I know I'm gonna miss the sunlight, but I'm still gonna get some of that nice weather.
You know, take some of the temperature. Yeah, I mean, what time you getting out of today?
6 o'clock. So,
oh yeah.
You know.
You might get a tinge of it, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, my fingers crossed, man.
Man, Gino, how you feeling today, man?
Man, I can't complain, brother. Like Two says, hot, blessed and highly favored. Feeling godly on this Friday afternoon. I was gonna wear the chains, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna let the brothers chill today.
Keep it regular.
Probably busting back out next Monday, man. But I'm all good, man. How you feeling, Joe?
Good as well, man. Blessed and highly favored. Feeling good to be back doing something I love. You know what? I got caught up doing some shopping today, man. So I definitely want to shout out to Sir and Madam.
Man,
I was coming hard with it today.
Hey, cuz, Joe, I meant to hit you on the text. I meant to hit you in the group chat, man. My Sir and Madam been in the wind for the last, man. I ordered Sir and Madam the day they dropped the link. We ordered Sir and Madam on that day, and I still have not received my pack, bro. It's been at least a week and a half. I'm tight.
Is he? I don't know. Is he waiting to do something special? I don't know.
Man, I know I'm special, man.
I know he ain't forgot about you.
Hey, cuz, I know you watching on the soil right now, bro. I'm going to text you in the group chat, and I'm going to send you, our regular text. But, man, I'm waiting on my Sir and Madam, Joe. I'm tight, man. I wanted to show a piece of love on the broadcast, on the network, but I guess I'm going to have to wait, man. But it's all good. Better late than never,
Definitely feel like it's better late than never because I totally was putting some fits together today, man.
Oh, you was trying to get a fit off, huh?
Again, man, I feel like it's stack time as far as fits go, and I'm just waiting for the time to get them off. I feel like I'm officially at a point in the pandemic where I truly, truly do miss outside, bro. I'm starting to get the memories on Facebook of what I was doing this time last year, and it was right before it completely closed up. And I don't know what y'all was doing around this time, man, but this time last year I went down to Atlanta.
Right. You was
Bailey.
Yep, right. You two.
Yeah,
like
man.
Like 2 days into your trip, it was Corona season.
It was over. It was over with about 2 days into the trip. But on the first night, we got to go see Larry June.
Right.
Got it in and flying back. I was about 15 minutes from landing at Midway, and then they closed the airport. We ended up having to fly to Indianapolis and drive home from there.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn, that was a year ago. So time has definitely been flying, man. But I feel like soon, hopefully sooner than later. You know what I mean? I saw Lori went on and said that there can't be fans. Did you see that?
What?
It was rumors that they were that it was going to be fans at the home openers. And then Lori came out and said, no, that's dead.
So at the home openers?
At the home openers.
Like baseball?
Baseball.
Oh, okay. No, well, that's cool.
Yeah, but no fans, though. It's still
home opener.
Yeah.
Well, during the season, though, Lori, don't do that. Implement them fans slowly but surely, man. We not going.
The last thing I heard before I got out the car was that Illinois numbers in COVID were going down
all day.
So I know that bids well, but I feel like every time we get to a point where people feel they can go outside, they go back up.
Right.
I feel like it's natural though.
Right.
You know what I mean? The more people go outside, COVID hasn't disappeared.
Right.
More people are gonna get COVID, which is I feel like the basic hesitation with going ahead and just getting back to your regularly scheduled program. But I feel like as far as at least sporting events go, I don't know, bro. I don't know when the city is going to be like, okay, we're at a point where we can have mass events of thousands of people in Chicago. I think once that happens, you're kind of almost saying everything is cool without saying it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the message that's going to be conveyed if they were to go ahead and give a green light to Cubs and White Sox games.
So what would the perfect scenario be for you? Like, would you slowly but surely bring the fans in, like thousands percentage by percentage, maybe 5 here? Look at the numbers, 10, 15, 20.
Or maybe you do something like, okay, you let the season ticket holders back.
Oh, because they going to be, first of all.
They have a different level of investment in this, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't have a problem with them getting first dibs on coming back, you know?
Right.
After that, then I think you do have to play the percentages. 10% occupancy, then 20
with some social distance.
Oh, definitely gonna be social distance. But then, when you look at the NFL games,
but it's like
they were right next to each other.
Yeah, but I think those were like families. Like if it was
that's who
family
you came
of
with.
4,
Exactly.
then you could sit next to each other, and then the next family maybe 3 row.
Yeah,
I don't know how they. How they're going to pull that off.
That's the hurdle, though. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what teams are going to have to.
Well, I know the teams. Hey, man, at the end of the day, this is business, bro. And not having fans in attendance is definitely affecting part of the business. So I'm pretty sure that the owners of the teams are looking at Lori Moe like, hey, come on, man. Like, however you got to do it. However you've got to do it. We need to start bringing these fans back. And Boosie just said the Cardinals just announced the stadium will be back open for the season opener. And this is St. Louis we're talking about. So, hey, got to do it, man. Got to do it. I'll be in the press box, so
I'm just making sure that when the White Sox play the Cardinals, maybe I watch that from the crib, but nah.
Well, it is a full 162 this year, so it's just not a regional schedule like it was last year. So teams will be flying around the country.
Yo, it's open. You know what I mean? It's definitely
Texas.
Back open.
It's open like Texas.
Ooh. Do you think that's gonna have a negative effect on the MLB season? And you know what? Even just asking that question out exactly because I know that they just rammed through the season last year. You saw what the World Series was,
right?
Yeah, I mean, COVID isn't viewed as a huge issue when it comes to these sports. I don't know.
Because there are so many different viewpoints on it. A lot of people just think it's chemical warfare.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the term you want to use.
And I feel like maybe in more baseball more than any other sport, athletes feel like if they do get it, they'll just get over it. It won't be a big issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the flu, and I feel like that was the stigma early on that got squashed, but it doesn't feel like it. But yeah.
And I think now going through a season of it, every professional sport having gone through a season of it, and Major League Baseball basically being the first. I mean, it started with March Madness. I guess March Madness would have been the first people affected by it, but then obviously baseball season starts April 1st. So they were the first full – well, no, the NBA was in the midst of their season too. Yeah, so they were in the middle of the season.
The playoffs.
So this is like and then they went into the bubble. So this is like the first – even though it's not an 82-game season, they shortened it 10 games due to the late start. But it's still like a full – like resuming back to some type of normal.
Exactly, because they're not going to be in the bubble at the end of the season. They're going to be traveling during the offs.
Right. So I feel like having gone through a year of it, I feel like they have a better cap on what to expect, how, looking at the numbers, looking at the cases, looking at how they came, basically them having an agreement, maybe not on paper, like contractual wise, but to themselves, to each other. Like, okay, let's limit even the protocols. Like, yeah, you get to the hotel, you can't really kick it. You got to stay in the hotel. The team activities are in the ballroom of the hotel. If there is some outside activity, it's the whole team going to a specific, that type of thing. So I feel like that bodes well for, the season. I'm sure there'll be, some mishaps, some slip-ups here and there, but I feel like overall having that season under their belt and going through it, and again, it was only 60 games. It was only a third of a season, but I feel like they got a better grip on what to expect, what not to do, what to do. And like, again, T, it's business, bro. They getting them 162 in.
They definitely doing that. But see, now from a fan perspective, the only thing I'm weary of is that's the person with COVID that doesn't know that they have it. You know what I mean? And they're out in public being social. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is what it would steer me away from the sporting event crowd. You know what I mean? Because Muggs is still nasty as hell.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Muggs still not washing their hands, and you know what I mean? A baseball game where, especially at the G spot, I feel like you'll be able to social distance. You know what I mean? You'll be able to sit a couple of rows away from somebody, even if they weren't trying to. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of room in there. But I feel like that is the hurdle for the average person. It is trusting his fellow man to stay the hell home if he's not right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So here's one thing I learned. A shout out.
Ain't gonna happen.
I know, right? And see now this to my what I was about to say. The point of this right here. I want to shout out my boy Joseph Lewis, Flows Andolini, AKA
Joe,
for giving me an opportunity to enjoy football from my couch again. Okay. And what I feel like I forgot that I totally appreciate is that sports from your TV is actually really, really good. And yes, it's cool to catch it in person. But you know what? Watching it on TV, I feel, gives you an extra level of attention to it. Like, you don't get the replays.
Detail.
Yeah, extra level of detail to it. I like that.
I hear you. I feel you on that, but I feel like I only think that for football.
Well,
I only feel
the
like
best
that
seat in the spot is on your couch.
Yeah,
okay.
Only in football. I enjoy
even in basketball.
Oh yeah, I love. Well, see, we have different vantage points now that we're media members. So when we're in the press box or at our press seats, we got the TV right there.
Exactly.
So we can look at the stats. We can look at the game that's going on. That's 3 seconds slower than the actual game. So if we do miss a play because we doing something, all we got to do is turn and look at the TV, and it's right in sync with what we missed. So, but I do feel like the NFL more, for me personally, the NFL more than any sport, I would much rather watch at the crib than being there in person, even in the press box, even in the stands. Baseball, got to be at baseball, I would much rather be at the ballpark.
You see, now I don't want to seem ungrateful because
no, you're not.
I've seen Peyton Manning up close. You know what I mean? I've seen Tom Brady. I've seen the top quarterbacks, and it is different. Aaron Rodgers, so to say. In person, I feel like you get the full grasp of how great he is because you can see the whole field, and you kind of know as soon as that ball leaves his hand that it's going to land directly in his receiver's hand. It's like, God, that man just threw a perfect foot. Yeah. And so, and on TV, you get the dramatics. So you're watching the ball in the air. You're like, what's going to happen? And then you get the frame where the receiver comes in, and it's a perfect catch, and then you get that. So, yeah, I don't want to take away from the fact that being at a sporting event is something that you can't duplicate while you're at home. But still, you know what I mean? I get to roll up. I get to use my own bathroom.
Get in tap into your own zone. I feel you on that, man.
But still, I know there's plenty of people here waiting to get through the gates, especially with this White Sox team and the expectations that they have on the South Side. I know South Side fans are trying to see it in person. So, good luck, y'all.
Lori, open up them gates, man.
Lori, if you want to get on the good side of the people for a change, I feel like this is a layup. So
for a change.
But to the people, y'all be safe. Take the precautions. Wash your hands. Hand sanitize. Mask. I can't even believe we got to say that. But yeah.
Do we still have to say that?
Oh yeah. I think that's one thing I realized for the pandemic. I'm talking to these people like they're in third grade. Wash your hands. Don't touch anything. Cover your mouth. You know what I mean? Yes. Unfortunately, we had to say that.
Well, let's take a break, man. When we get back on the other side, I guess we'll tap into some sports, man. All-Star Weekend is here.
You sound really excited, man.
You saw KD. Did you see Kevin Durant and LeBron choosing teams yesterday?
I saw the replay of it, and I thought it was funny that the Utah Jazz players got picked up last.
You knew that was going to happen.
Zach got some love. Does it mean anything?
No.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, let's take a break. Ron, really take us to break. We'll be back on the other side. You on the soil with the bigs.
WIFTVPM. Parenting in a Pandemic, powered by the Chicagoland Mom Squad, hosted by me, Tennille Jackson. Today's guest will be Beulah McLeod. It's not 2021 that this is getting fixed. Focus on your child, and let's figure out what's going to work individually for you, but respect that people are making for them and don't shame them for them.
Everybody makes different choices for different reasons, and you don't know what somebody's situation is, and equity is not giving everybody the same thing. Equity is giving everybody what he or she needs to be successful. If you want to do remote should be high quality. If you want to come back, it should be high quality. It's not necessarily about the mode of delivery. It's about what is the quality level of any of those particular modes. We have to have empathy. Right now, I can see the teachers' argument. A lot of them are scared. I get that, right? I get the parents' argument. Everybody experiences that level of, I don't know how to help my baby with this thing. So parents are frustrated. We gotta just try to see each other's perspective, and I don't think we do enough of that. I think we get locked into our own viewpoint. This is what I think, and that's just it, and that's why we can never get to a solution. We need options, because everything is not gonna be good for everybody.
Rogers, let me ask a question. Do either that son or your grandson smell like transmission fluid? We trying to find Ruthie a husband. You funny ladies.
Trying to find Ruthie a husband?
We trying to find Ruthie a husband.
You heard that good,
Let me ask you, Rogers, what does Ruthie need to do to find her husband?
I listen to her little voice. I like that little passive voice she got.
Hey, she say...
I know you kind of small, ain't you?
Ruth, she said you got a pension?
Huh?
She said you got a pension.
Look here, I'm coming down to where you on station located at? Where y'all located?
We down here in Bronzeville. Look, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get you, we gonna do a love connection off the line. Rogers, I wanna tell you, man, thank you so much for calling.
You all downtown somewhere?
Yeah, we downtown. Ruth, I'm gonna put
Ruth. Y'all talking about matter of fact, I'm gonna get the address. I'm gonna come into y'all station one morning.
We gonna have you come down. We gonna have you and Ruthie, and we gonna have you sit
I'm
right
an early bird anyway.
Ruthie, you can be the grandmama, the great grandmama of over 110 children.
I love big families.
You know what I'm saying? 110.
My brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Yeah, no bullshit at the pulpit with questions for the reverend, like why I gotta die to go to heaven, or are these lies and deception a sign of what's next? To deny my progression to my soul through my spirit from my mind and my flesh. You be hard pressed to alter my perspective. It's reflective of my perception. All the lives and the tribes that that's affected, dying quick. Effects from environments neglected, disconnected, disrespected. This the same section we never invest in. Our own sales from our own shells. Become owners on our own, they get on with our own help. Yeah, creators of our own world. Communicate, we accumulated our own wealth. Created in this image, so when I say it, I meant it. Do the science for yourself. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. Can you dig that though? And I put this on my mama, Black Madonna, Mother Earth, Mother Africa. I'm honored to be a part of where it started. Selling Starburn through the stars, stardust on my starship. My heartbeat is godly. I'm the light harness from the darkest part of darkness. Such a godsend. I teach my son to treat your daughter like a goddess. I teach my daughter to treat your son like a god king. I can never deny my fate. My melanated skin tells my story every day. Fortunately, my fortune awaits. Majority of the world, minority in the States. Yeah, we blossom from the concrete. The world copies what they see, then mocks my mystique. The possibilities impossible to see. The ways of Western man can match the prophets of the East. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. Young brother, young king, you're a genius. Young sister, young queen,
supreme being. All you gotta do is believe it, Joe.
Definitely one of my favorite songs we play here on the soil.
Shout out to ML, man.
One and only. Shout out to the West Center for the Black People Media family.
Oh.
Thank you guys for supporting us, man. All up and down the lineup. Make sure you stay tuned in. For the ears whiz, brothers. I said what I said. Herb and two.
Guys nuts.
Intellectual thuggery at its best. But Gino, man, I didn't do it at the top of the show, but you know I can't go any further without checking your temperature, man. What's on your mind today?
Man, bro. My boy, my man, Dr. Umar, Joe. Tell me you up on Dr. Umar.
Of course.
Umar Johnson, a.k.a. the Prince of Pan-Africanism, a.k.a. King Kong Consciousness, a.k.a. International Ifa Tunde. Oh, man, Joe.
Joe, what?
Oh, man, I absolutely love the man, Joe. Ron, really, you ain't up on Dr. Umar, man?
Hey, that's my boy.
Oh, I love it. Bro, I absolutely love the man, Joe. I'm in.
With him, man.
I got smoke with you if you not rocking with Umar straight up. I love the man, bro.
What's the latest with him? What did he get on?
Well, today, man, today I saw him getting the FDMG Academy together, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey
Yes,
Academy, getting the HVAC system ready.
Okay.
He been taking a lot of heat in the just overall, like the last
for years.
Yeah, for years, but especially like the last couple years, he's been taking heat
because of the
over
donations.
the school, over the donations, and I don't know how long it takes to start a school. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. But he says he got 6 months and the school will be open. He was working on the gym today. I'm not sure what was the gym called. It wasn't Frederick Douglass. It wasn't Marcus Garvey. It was another one of our leaders.
So the gym has a different dedication?
Yeah, it's a different name to it. I can't think of the look at Reese. He been getting the HVAC demo fixed for a minute. Hey, man, y'all got to Reese, man. Come on, you know about International Ifa Tunde. But yeah, man, I don't know how long people like, man, how long do it take to open a school? And I'm like, well, Joe, do y'all have a school open?
I don't know anybody that has a school open, but I know if watching Dr. Umar, if it's anything like that, I know why.
Okay. Hey man, like I said, I got smoke.
No white people involved at all.
He don't want.
Please,
he don't want no white people involved.
No.
He don't want no African.
It's like the scene in Malcolm X where the white girl was like, "Can I help in any way?" No.
He don't want no white people involved. He don't want no Africans involved. No Africans, bro. No Africans. He says if you're not in tune with him, then your coon chip has been activated.
Okay, Dr. Umar. Well, you're not feeling me fine. It costs you. Yeah, I mean, or you're a coon.
Hey, man. Consciousness over cookies. Hey, man. I love the man, bro. I can't wait.
It gets slippery because
it does.
He put a date on it. It's like, okay, 6 months, okay.
He just telling y'all, man, the school will be up and running in 6 months. Y'all been on his heels for the last 2 years talking about where the donations going.
I would have been satisfied with if he just said soon still. Just if he hit us with one of those, watch out.
Hey.
It's coming.
Let me tell you something. When my boy opens the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
The ribbon cutting, okay. LeBron got a school.
He didn't. Come on, man. Saying. LeBron got $1 billion.
I was just saying, LeBron got a school.
Dr. Umar is going to be the principal of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Why not?
So all I'm saying is when my man opens a school, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all, man. I just want y'all to stop. So, hey.
Now, does it have to be, like, open and
hey, it's a difference between buying a school and building a school.
Thank you, Ron Rilla.
And he's building it.
He's not building it. They were able to purchase 2 buildings from a historically black college. I'm not sure. I don't want to. I think well, I know the donations are being sent. I know the P.O. Box address is in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if the school is in Delaware or not. I'm not sure if it's in his hometown of Philly. I'm not exactly sure where the school is. But he was able to, it might be in Delaware, but he was able to purchase 2 buildings that were on the campus of an old HBCU. So now he had to like redo all of the, redo some of the things in the building. He took us on a tour the last couple weeks.
I'm sure he's doing what they not doing. Like he's probably cross-checking with the teachers, seeing who's being hired, who. No, I'm saying I'm sure.
See, I don't know if he's at that point yet. What is he hiring staff yet?
I'm pretty sure he's making sure all the staff that gets hired going through him.
Oh yeah, and they got to be natural.
See, now on a serious note, I feel like anytime you're trying to like erect a school with an unconventional curriculum, I mean, and you're gonna have to do it by yourself first of all. But yes, it's going to take a long time. So honestly, the fact that he's sticking with it, it shows a level of commitment that just most people don't have. Yeah, I mean, most people can't stick with somebody under the scrutiny that he's been under for a long time. For most people, the jig would have been up. It would have stopped at the donations, okay, for most people. So shout out to Dr. Umar. In 6 months, I hope he's cutting the ribbon on that place. So
me too, and I'm gonna be at everybody who's at me in the comments. All my people, I see y'all, man. The last couple months, I've been watching closely.
Are they laughing with Dr. Umar? They may be laughing at.
They definitely laughing at him.
A couple of laughs is fair though. He puts himself out there.
He's great. I love it, man. I love his like sense of humor. I love how he, repeats things 3 times.
He's been that way.
Oh yeah.
Since he came out, he's been that way.
Yeah.
Since he came, he's been that way. Okay.
My brothers and sisters. So yeah, man. International Ifa Tune Day. The great nephew of our ancestor Frederick Douglass.
Go ahead and I don't care what the family says. That was my favorite Dr. Umar episode.
Come
him
on, man.
Versus the family.
Come on, man.
Of Frederick Douglass.
Come on, man.
Dr. Umar, who?
International Ifa Tune Day, man. The King Kong consciousness. The Prince of Pan-Africanism, bro.
Dr. Umar.
The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy coming soon. I'm going to leave it at that.
I can dig it, Joe. Honestly, I'm glad you brought that up.
If y'all haven't seen the Not I Mean Godcast with Lord Jamar, Rod Digger, and Godfrey, when they had Dr. Umar on that. I think that might have been the best back and forth because it was all in love, but they were going at it. Lord Jamar, you know, Lord Jamar is one of the gods.
Godfrey, come on.
Yeah.
And
Rod, so they were going back and forth. It was an interesting conversation, debate, and it didn't get heated, but you know, you could tell feelings were involved. Lord Jamar was basically just trying to tell him, like, man, I know people who've done this before, man. I'm trying to lend you some help. And Umar was like, I don't need your help, brother. I got this. You know what I'm saying? And it almost took a turn, but you know, those are brothers like Lord Jamar said. He was like, man, I still love him as a brother, but I was just trying to help him. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. If y'all haven't seen that, go check out. Subscribe to the Not a Mean Godcast because it's good in its own right. But the one with Lord Jamar,
I feel like
it
that's
was top
interesting.
notch.
I feel like I got a bunch of words
man.
here. And I don't know if I want to keep. It's like if you don't want somebody to help, that means it makes me feel like it's something.
Hey man,
I
love.
Hey, don't come over here, brother. I got this.
I got this, brother. I love Dr. Umar, man, but. I'm gonna reach out to him, man, and I'm gonna get him on. I said what I said because I would love to see him and Cuz
Honestly,
have
Gene,
a back and forth.
I feel like you can definitely be the glue to make that happen.
I can.
Go ahead, swing at that.
We're gonna do that, man. So, yeah, shout out to my boy Dr. Umar, man. I love his sense of humor. He's a great orator. Like I see Ray was talking about, he still hasn't shown his credentials, you know, to prove that he's a doctor and all of the sociology.
No, neither is Dr. Phil. Or I mean, and he has a very long running TV show, and the man Dr. Umar got to take over Instagram Live every now and then.
Hey,
so,
bro. On that note,
what about these judges out here?
Stop
it. That put on the gowns and you know what I mean, and are not judges
and determine your fate.
Yeah, good boy. So
yeah, so the Prince of Pan Africanism, man, International Ifatun Day, man.
On that note, G, where are we going from this one?
Hey, man, All-Star Weekend is here.
We got some snoring,
well, I guess All-Star
snoring sound effects.
Ron Rilla got something. Ron Rilla must be looking forward to All-Star Sunday.
I only look forward to like the side stuff, like the 3-point contest, the PG contest, the dunk contest. I look forward to that stuff.
And I think it's only the 3-point contest and the dunk contest this year. I don't think
they got the skills contest.
Who's participating in skills?
I know Rob Covington is.
Okay.
I'm not sure who else
They've kind of turned that into like a guard versus big man kind of thing. Because didn't Joel Embiid win last year or something?
Not Joel. Another big dude. Bam Adebayo.
Oh yeah, Bam won. Yep. And that's always cool. Like I feel like with the dunk contest, I always like to see the small guys dunk. I like to see the
celebrity
big guys
game. Are they doing that this year too?
I don't think
no celebrity game. No
on Sunday.
Yeah, no freshman, no rookie sophomore game. Well, it was
the international,
the world versus the U.S. games. They did name the teams, but they're not playing the games. I'm like, why would y'all even name the team?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked his response, too. Did you see that? Patrick Williams from the Bulls didn't get the nod to be honored as, you know, as his name on the team. He said, I didn't even know they was doing that. That's not what I played for. You know, it reminded me of the positive selection on NBA 2K, your career or my career, where you get to choose the response. He chose the positive response.
Yeah, I keep it like, I may go off the hinges.
I push the envelope. I'm like, oh, they sleep. Yeah. And I'm gonna show them one day, kind of thing. Yeah.
Wearing my Gatorade headphones to the interview.
Exactly.
Wearing my Tissot watch. Yeah. No, I'm rocking with that 2K21 my career,
but yeah, Gino, for some reason, I'm just not excited for this one. Man.
That's what I'm saying. If you saw LeBron and KD choosing the teams yesterday, I was feeling like KD. Like,
And whatever. KD's not even playing. You know what I mean?
That's why he was like, yeah, this is cool. I'll pick.
I feel like the players have voiced, you know, their opposition to the idea enough where I don't feel like they're excited unless you're a guy like Zach LaVine where it's your first time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If KD not playing, I don't think he should have been able to pick against Bron.
Yeah, I'm like, who's next up? You know what I mean? But I guess they did it on
the fan
top 2 vote getters, right?
Yep.
And I thought it was going to be Giannis again, but KD is back, so hey. But on that note, I feel like my biggest thoughts on the weekend is that I wish the stars of the league. I wish Zach LaVine would go ahead and get back into the dunk contest. I feel like we say this every year because I feel like the profile of it kind of takes a hit every year. Zach LaVine, for as long as he can jump, I feel like should be in the dunk contest. When you look at the last few years of it, Zach LaVine has put out some of the best dunks we've ever seen in that contest. And I honestly don't want to see him shoot threes. Like, I know you can shoot threes. We get enough of that during the season. I don't necessarily want to see you go up against Steph. You know what I mean? I want to see you do what you're best at. And you're still probably the best dunker that this league has.
The dunk contest has lost its luster, man, over the years.
Yeah, because LeBron has completely ignored it throughout his entire career.
That's what I'm saying. The stars of the league don't participate in that anymore because it's too much money. It's not enough money involved.
It's not enough money involved, but is it some other aspect?
No, it ain't enough money involved for me to get in this dunk contest.
I used to think LeBron was scared. Like when I was a certified LeBron hater mug, Joe, I used to think it was a display of how scared or how fragile he was when it came to his legacy.
Well, I don't think LeBron is that guy. I don't think his dunks, I mean, he's more of a power dunker. He's not finesse. Like, I don't think he has too many dunks.
A creative dunker.
Yeah, I don't think he's a creative.
You see now, and I agree with that now. Early on in his career, we saw his high school dunks. We saw him dunking the McDonald's All-Star game.
Right.
And he was killing it. I mean,
That's when he was a kid.
Yeah, and that was, I feel like, the beginning of his career until, you know what I mean, maybe around
right before Miami.
It was his window, and that's when he was jumping and his head was above the box.
Right.
It's like LeBron was a special dunker at one point in time, and he just like, forget this. Nah, not in the NBA.
Yeah, and again, when you look back on the history of the dunk contest, it was at its peak when the stars of the league were entering. So
Dr. J.
Yeah, even I mean, you can go all the way back then and just go a few years by years.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, even the Mike and Neek and Vince and T-Mac and Steve Francis and them guys. Then when you get to, then it becomes like, what's Buddy from the Sonics? Desmond
Mason
and
Gerald Wallace.
It's like, and then no disrespect to them because they was raw.
That was I feel like the Gerald Wallace and Desmond Mason, they were pure dunkers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like if I had to say what their role was in their team, like, those the
they was just slash, like they didn't have they had a defined role on the team,
but they were super role players.
Yeah, and again, now you're talking about guys who are making. Zach LaVine is going for a max contract, bro. What if he blew his knee out in the dunk contest? Have we ever seen anyone blow their knee in the dunk contest? No, we haven't.
And then we saw Zach do. Did you see the dunk he just did?
That was in the layup line, though.
Come on, man.
Juice is flowing. We got a game to play. But me just coming out and I'm straight.
And maybe I'm spoiled because he's that talented of a dunker. I mean, silky smooth, and he has that flying aspect. Like, the man just still hangs in the air.
So he was in Minnesota the year with him and Aaron Gordon and them, right?
Yes.
So you got to think about that, man.
And for my money, and I don't know how you feel, but that was the best dunk contest I ever seen. Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine going back and forth. And I forgot, what was the last dunk? I think Zach did the between the legs on the free throw line. But even Aaron Gordon did he threw it off the back of the rim and then brought it all the way back, then all the way down and back up, bro. I'm like, come on, that's just natural God-given ability. Nobody else in the league can do that. It was just an insane display. I was at Pizza Capri watching the game on mute, and I ended up kind of turning up at Pizza Capri, like, hey, turn this shit up. Like, it's busting. I was asleep on the dunk contest, but these kids is here.
But again, think about that. We're talking about Aaron Gordon. Like, nobody and no disrespect to Aaron Gordon.
That was his coming out party.
Yeah, but nobody cared.
Yeah, that's why people know his name. You know?
So I'm talking about it's just lost his luster, bro. So in this year, it's Anthony Simons,
okay,
Cassius Stanley. I don't know who else is in it.
Like, who are, like, do you know who those guys are, Gene?
Well, I know Anthony Simons because I watch the Portland Trailblazers all the time. So he's the backup point guard for Dame.
Can he throw down like that?
I've never seen him dunk in a game because he's a three-point shooter. But they say he's got some dumb hops.
So it's only
and
3 participants.
Cassius Stanley, Anthony Simons, and who?
And Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin, okay.
And that's it. And of course, I think to your point, the three-point contest is absolutely stacked. You know what I mean? With the premier names. Let me see real quick. You're talking about
I know Steph just
Steph, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, D Book, Zach, and Donovan Mitchell.
It's like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't really need to see those guys in the three-point contest, man. Like,
and I feel like if you're talking about some of the best shooters in the game, Steph, I mean, but we've seen him lose in the three-point contest before.
because
it's about that moment, who's the hottest right here. You know what I mean?
Period.
But Zach, he was in the three-point contest. Like, come on, Zach.
A lot of guys be chilling. A lot of guys, be out the night. Well, I'm not sure what they'll be doing this year, but a lot of guys' motives are different, man.
You know what guys will be doing this year.
Especially in the A.
It's in the A is busting as far as the lineup I seen. Did you see everybody that's performing these next few days in Atlanta?
Nah.
Anybody from Atlanta that's dropped a song in the last 12 years is performing live somewhere in Atlanta this week. And it looks like a cracking-ass weekend. Future, Gucci.
You know, Atlanta never cared about the they've been getting in trouble since this whole year about that.
And they wait for moments like this where they can, like the Super Bowl was there, it was crazy. So, yeah. If it was someplace for the All-Star weekend to be where it can be some remnants of what it would have been if it wasn't coronavirus, the pandemic and all of that, Atlanta was the place.
So let's move to the All-Star game itself. And I also think even the All-Star games, man, I mean, I guess they ramp up in the fourth because it just gets, sometimes your
like
old school juices kick in about hooping.
It's more. I think that's more of the tradition of the game now.
It picking up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, kind of breezing through the first three.
Yeah, because a lot of guys are chilling. They like, and then, most of these guys at the beginning of the season, when they found out there was going to be an All-Star game, they said, man, the hell with this All-Star game. I was trying to chill.
Mm-hmm.
But now that, guys like Dame and, I can't speak for the rest of the guys, but, he like, man, this is our job. The fans, this is something we got to do for the fans. So I'm pretty sure once they get there, get around the guys.
Get the juices flowing.
Get the juices flowing. I'm pretty sure it'll be a competitive game for the most part, but just this whole year is just it doesn't have that feeling that it usually has. So I just want to see how it plays out. I want to see how it works with it being all in one day. Like we said, we used to seeing a Friday, Saturday,
that's supposed to be a day
and just the game being Sunday, but
that's garbage, man. It was a weekend event. It made you look forward to All-Star weekend.
All-Star Saturday night. That was a whole event,
right.
So, yeah, that's weird. But, see, then at the same time, when it comes to the level of play at the game, I feel like the reason why it is the way it is today is because of what you said about injuries and the fear of injury and it affecting these players for the rest of the season. Because what year was it where I think – D Wade broke Kobe's nose or what happened?
Right.
You know what I mean? So we've seen
if it gets too competitive,
with real competitors,
lock in. Yeah,
and
Kobe.
That was the last of the Mohicans for real. True. That era of basketball player was still thirsty to win All-Star game.
Well, who's winning MVP? Who's taking home the All-Star MVP?
Kyrie Irving.
Team KD, Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, Kyrie, Kawhi, Jay Tatum, Dev, James Harden, Zach, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, Nikola, and Zion.
That's like all the top, who's left on the other side?
LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Luka, the Joker,
Gang, it's over with already.
PG, Rudy, Dame, Sabonis, Ben, CP3.
And give me the other side one more time.
Zion, Vucevic, Julius Randle, Donovan Mitchell, Zach, James Harden, Dev.
The All-Star B team.
I'm going with Bron team, man.
Who's winning the All-Star MVP, though?
And don't you know what the All-Star game is the guys that can go like that. You know what I mean?
Ray said James Harden is winning MVP.
I think they're gonna give it to James. They're gonna give it to LeBron.
Let's not sleep on Dame. And what he can do, you know what I mean, in an All-Star game. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of people that can work out. You know? For me, it's between Kyrie and Dame.
So I want to see if the game is close, if the game is like tied up, because then they're playing with this Elam ending like the TBT.
Now
tournament.
I'm glad they brought that back. That's cool.
I did like that. So say the game is tied with 4 minutes left when it's Elam ending time. I want to know who's gonna be the five on the floor to finish the game for both sides. KD ain't playing, so Joel Embiid. Because it's crazy because the starters, with the starters for KD's team, Brad, Joel, Kyrie, Kawhi, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is taking KD's spot. But then you got Dev and James Harden on the bench. I feel like the rest of those guys, Zion, Vucevic, Julius, Donovan Mitchell, and Zach, okay, y'all can play the bench role. Like, I don't need most of you guys on the court with the game on the line. But James Harden and Devin Booker, I need them guys on the court to finish the game.
Facts.
But over Jason Tatum, Kawhi, Kyrie, Joel, and Bradley Beal.
Oh, Brad
got to be on the court.
Brad Beal is an interesting name because he's been filling up, you know what I mean? Well, he's still leading the league in scoring?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm still going with either Kyrie or Dame. I think it's the All-Star game is a point guard's opportunity to shine.
I'm going with Dame. But I'm just saying to finish the game, like the five on the court. Then on LeBron's side, the starters, you got Giannis, Steph, Luka, LeBron, and the Joker. And on the bench, Jaylen Brown, he can sit. PG, Rudy, Dame got to be on the court. Sabonis, Ben, CP. So I feel like on that side, like I said, Giannis, Steph, Luka, LeBron, and the Joker. And no disrespect to the Joker because he can ball. He's a flat-out hooper. But he got to sit down, and I'm going to need LeBron, Luka, Steph, Dame, and Giannis to finish that game.
Whew.
I want to lead the Joker in.
Yeah, that's
so sit Giannis
and put the Joker back in, man.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, the Joker is a top 2 MVP candidate in my head. Like
the Joker is 27, 11, and 9 right now.
Hey,
Giannis is 29, 12, and 6. But it's an all-star game.
And Giannis is the
Giannis is going to Greek freak it. If not, he can kick it. You got Steph, Luka, Dame.
Easy. That's going to be a fun last 4 minutes of the game.
Ron Rilla, you saying James Harden or Kyrie for MVP?
That's a hard one. I'm going to go with James. I'm going to go only because he been going nuts.
Oh, he has. So.
Yeah, he will pull that in the All-Star game. Yeah. He'll just start going crazy.
Yeah, and I think
don't forget I can do this.
He could take over.
He can take over again. Yeah, that one-on-one, he can definitely do that. So that's 2 for Harden. Chris says the Joker. Mig says it's Luka time. Big Bro says it's Dame time. Mig says LeBron's assist to Luka for the win if it's close.
You know what? Luka showed that, you know what I mean?
Luka's a dog.
Yeah, Luka got everything in his bag, so I wouldn't be surprised at that.
I'm going with Dame.
I'm going with Kyrie. I think that it's his moment. You know, he feels most comfortable when he's surrounded by other artists, as he would say it.
Right.
So I feel like he's ready to put on a show.
The press says Steph for MVP.
Honestly, Steph is another dude that shines. Like, you know, Steph is, and I feel like anytime Dame is on the opposite side, it brings
They're
out
on the
best.
same team.
Oh, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Can we do a trade?
Steph.
Can we?
They asked
gotta
about
be on
that too.
opposite sides.
They asked about that too. Is it gonna be any trades? They like LeBron, like no.
That may be my favorite matchup in today's game.
On that
versus
note,
Steph.
when we come back on the other side, that's the segue.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back, man. You're on the soil with the bigs.
WIFTBPM.
All right, well, Angela Oya Fumike. As you know, this is I Do, I Did, I Don't on the What's in It for the Black People media. Start our way into this journey of divorce and healing.
So we came together under a survival mentality, not under a friendship of being in love. First being friends and then being in love or growing in love. We came together under, we're trying to survive, we're two kids trying to survive. Okay, we're going to survive together because if you're handling this end of the survival and I'm handling this end,
years that you've accepted this is what it's been, and now you've made this decision, and he wasn't there. He wasn't even seeing that you were done.
Here's what it was. Just like I ignored on the front end that he didn't love me like that, he was so disconnected from me by the point when I decided to leave that he didn't see the writing on the wall.
Wow.
Just didn't see it. But he didn't know that woman because he never took the time to meet her.
Mm-hmm. And so you created your plan, and that's key, I think, in having a plan. If you are going to, whether you're deciding together that this isn't going to work any longer and we're splitting, and having a plan on how you're going to move forward is pretty key. You knew at this point I had to create your own plan, and you were moving forward with that. In my case, I didn't have a plan. Things happened pretty abruptly, and I was creating the plan on the fly along the way. I don't recommend that. You forgive yourself. You forgive you. Do the work of forgiving yourself that you may be able to actually forgive others.
This fifth that makes me shiver. You could probably sail a ship on this river full of stay afloat where hope drowns in addictions, a potent mixture. This is the picture that depicts us. We live it up, giving what we were given, gave our all, refused to give in or give up, willing to risk it all. Gee, we lived on the tip drunk, dug deep in the trenches. Shit, we knew what the risk was. But of course, again, it's the same story when shots fired in the alley hit shorty valedictorian. Where's the support for him, the less fortunate? Another life lost, another day in court again. 20 years for the defendant for any sort of grin. Ward of the state, he was raised in an orphanage. To where it all began, the source of it. Empty cupboards, floorboards, no money for the store again. That's all he knows.
Just where I come from, all of what I've learned, most of what I've done, I owe it all to the people that I love. I hope you're proud of me wherever I go. I'm from
It's all political. What you tripping for? The richest ones get riches from the rituals. On the tip with hypes, tippy toe. For a fix a blow, getting dough. Running every type of give and go. No Philip drumming in these different strokes. Where we come up on these risky roads. Pray for a pot to piss in for the kitchen stove. Criminal capers just to get us on. Bagging up the same order that gets us gone. Thinking maybe one day we may hit that goal. Until then I'm outside until I flip this soul. Grabbing bagels from the sick go on Cicero. I see a visual of them people frisking, bro. Stretched out by a shorty with a grimace on. Sometimes it ain't even the money, it's the principle. Can tell you why we died, but what are we living for?
This is my city, just where I come from. All of what I've learned, most of what I've done, I owe it all to the people that I love. I hope you're proud of me wherever I go. I'm from. I'm from.
Dame Lillard, and I'm rocking with the bigs.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the bigs.
Coming down the court. Going off the Covington screen. Long two, Lillard sinks it. He can pass it. 7.4 assists per game. That's good for 12th best in the league. He's trying to get to that man's level. He's going to pick that ball up, and he gets it to the handle and makes his way to the rim. Field with 16 points. Lillard lasers one. Can't. Ferguson has been 6 for both teams. Lillard catches home sinking. Makes a pay. Would you step up? Points. And as Cantor checks in, Lillard off the screen. Gives the Blazers a huge three. As he's trying to use the elbows and the shoulders to move the defense back. Lillard. It's like a practice jump. The great wall of Cantor. Lillard blows by, up and under. Blazers take the lead. Ennis forces a tough look, and Wilco cuts over the top to clean it all up. Lillard open for three. Pants. To the line. Lillard, no hesitation. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, man. So the Portland Trail Blazers.
Was that last night?
Yeah, that was last night. Ron, really, if you don't follow me on Instagram, man, that's what I do on a nightly basis. I do all the damn highlights outside of the games that they show on national TV because obviously everybody can see them. But, that's what I do on a nightly basis. I give my synopsis, a little 1, 2, 3 word synopsis under the highlight, just to give the people a little feel for it. But the Blazers ended, the pre-All-Star break with a 3-game win streak, beating the Kings last night. I don't know if they won by 4 or 5, but, it was just another display of Dame time, Dame coming through in the clutch when his team needs him most. But this is, I just wanted to show that because before we came to the break, T talked about Steph and Dame being like his favorite matchup in basketball right now. And they faced off Wednesday. The Golden State Warriors faced the Blazers Wednesday in Portland. And, Dame came through in the clutch again at the end of the game, and the Blazers pulled it out. But I made a post on Facebook, and, it's always funny because people get in their feelings like, and I understand it, but it's like, people take
About Steph?
Just period. Just when topics come up, instead of taking them for what
it's
they're based on, it's emotion tied to it. So I put up a post, and all I said was, I hope people realize the clear difference in point guards that night. That's all I said. Me and T have had this conversation for the last year about Steph and Dame. And I think Dame Lillard is a better overall player than Stephen Curry. We have no issue with one thinking other, because if you think Stephen Curry is a better player than Dame, I have no issue with that because they both have proven track record.
It's a hard debate.
It is.
I don't know if it's two players that are closer. I mean, this is, I feel like, a special time for point guards. It has been for a while, and I feel like these two guys will probably end up 1 or 2, when it's all said and done. Just to add some context real quick on the season, 32 games in for both guys. Their numbers are so similar, it's ridiculous. Steph is averaging 29.7, 5.5 rebounds, and 6.3 assists.
He's got to be second in the league in scoring.
Dame is averaging 29.8.
So Dame is second in the league in scoring then.
Averaging 4.3 rebounds and 8 assists.
Right.
On the dot. Now, I feel like that, you close your eyes and pick up one of those, you're getting a similar, you know what I mean? You're probably getting an identical person. But I know that I'm not necessarily identical, and I want you to kind of elaborate on that. But what I want to say is that I feel like I'm impressed by Dame with his points and his assists. But then when I look at Steph, he's averaging almost 6 rebounds. And I feel like that is a direct shot at how we used to feel about Steph. We used to think he was soft.
But see, and this is a thing, T, especially in today's game. I think the numbers kind of throw things off because sometimes you got to just throw the numbers out. Because if you looked at the game Wednesday, Steph had 35, Dame had 22. Steph had 20 in the
off. Dame was kind of off.
He was, but when you look at the game from the jump, the Golden State Warriors said, we're not going to let Dame Lillard. He's really their only option. No disrespect to Melo, because Melo's been huge this year. But if we take Dame out of the game, that's our best chance to win the game. So they doubled him from the jump. We know Portland's bread and butter is the pick and roll, Dame pick and roll with whoever, surveying the. So this was before we even get into that. What my point of that comment on Facebook was the difference. There's a clear difference in point guards. Dame is the leader. He's the decision maker, and he's the main scorer. Whereas Steph, and he's the pulse of the team. Steph is the main scorer. I don't know if he's the pulse of the team, and I don't know if he's the decision maker either.
See, because now I feel like that's where you kind of teeter the line. Because how is Steph not the pulse of that Golden State team?
He may be half the pulse. Draymond Green is the
Draymond Green?
He's the decision maker, no doubt. Draymond Green is the decision maker for the Golden State Warriors, no doubt about it. Not a doubt about it. He's the decision maker for that team. Now, I'm not saying he's more important to the team than Steph is. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying as far as the decision maker, that's Draymond Green. The pulse of the team. Now, we saw last year when Steph was out, they were a lottery team. I don't think Draymond can lead them to wins like Steph can because he's not talented offensively.
But before KD got there and after he's gone, that team goes as Steph goes.
Well, the team goes as Steph and Clay and Draymond goes.
But see now, it goes as Steph goes because if they become a playoff team this season, it's because of Steph.
No, it's because of Steph and Draymond. I think Draymond Green doesn't get the credit he deserves because he doesn't score.
That he may not get but to that point, you lose some credit when you can't score at all, and Draymond has no game on offense. You feel like Steph is carrying that load offensively over there by himself.
Nah, not necessarily by himself, though. Andrew Wiggins averages like 19 a game. Kelly Oubre is averaging like 16 a game.
But those guys, I feel like, still underwhelm compared to their expectations. You know what I mean?
What expectations do we have for Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre?
Well, I feel like Andrew Wiggins is forever carrying the expectations that he came into the league with. You know what I mean? Like
a number one pick?
Absolutely. He was supposed to be a guy. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's forever flying under that, to me, is a knock on him. Now, with Kelly Oubre, I feel like it's the same thing when he was with Washington. He had the potential, athletic,
Was that where he was? No, he was in Phoenix.
He was in Phoenix, but he kicked it off.
He came from Washington.
In Washington. And he was, the athleticism is there. I feel like he's a smarter player than people give him credit for. But they are still merely pieces of the puzzle. Like if they lose,
no, there's no doubt about that.
Nosedive.
I agree with that.
What I mean?
I agree with that. Oh no, we good.
Now, when it comes to Dame, I totally feel you. When it comes to the decision maker part of it, that is a role that I feel Steph definitely shares with Draymond, and that Dame carries by himself right now with CJ,
right,
and Nurk out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, right now, Dame is everything for those
guys.
guys.
Even with CJ and Nurkic, Dame is still the leader. He's still the facilitator. Now, he's not the only option.
Exactly.
But he's still the pulse of the team.
But, see, now, I feel like even with Clay and Draymond there, Steph not the best option.
No.
Is Steph
We
not
saw
the
Clay.
best
We
option?
saw Clay has the NBA record for 3-pointers
He
in the
does,
game.
but we've seen Steph like put the dagger just like through people's hearts.
But we've seen Clay do the same.
I mean, but yes, we have. But Steph, I feel like has the more memorable moments of that.
I don't know about that, and that's another point. That's another part of my Steph.
But see, now that's how could he not?
How
is Steph not the most cold-blooded mug over there in
when have we seen Steph be cold-blooded?
Versus Oklahoma City, where he dropped the mug from what you call it dum-dum.
When was that?
When we were watching in the back of the United Center.
When was
with
that?
Our boy Adam Hose, when Steph pulled up on KD and Westbrook, it was a regular season game.
Right.
But we were inching towards the playoffs.
Okay.
And he took it there with them dudes. But now, I feel like Dame has moments in the playoffs that Steph doesn't have. But at the same time.
And it's not even about that.
Yeah, but at the same time, Steph.
Right, it's not even about that. I just feel like. So the Warriors have 3 championships. Steph doesn't have 1 Finals MVP.
Which is ridiculous because they gave it to Andre Iguodala, which I feel like was one of the biggest slaps.
Why did they give it to Andre?
Because it should have went to LeBron.
In a losing effort.
Because it should have
we
went to
can't
LeBron.
give it. We can't give it to LeBron averaging 33, 13, and 11.
Or shooting 30, you shooting 30%.
37%.
But literally, he was the only dude that mattered on the Cavaliers. I think the next best player was I couldn't tell you who the next best player after
on that Cavs team.
Yeah, after Kevin Love and Kyrie went out. You know what I mean, it was.
I don't even know who was on that team.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but that's one of the Warriors rings. So.
And again, and my point, and back to the point, because what's the
difference in these two guys?
I feel like Dame is a better overall player. That's it.
Why though?
I just think he brings more to a team. This is just my opinion. Because he's done it for a long. I mean, this more than anything is because this is just who he is. We've seen this year in and year out.
Yeah, I do sense more leadership than Steph when I watch him.
That's my point. When you watch it's clear. That's what I'm saying.
You can tell Steph is carrying the team with the points and all that, but you can
Draymond Green is the leader of that team.
But you could tell like Dame's carrying with the energy. You know what?
I refuse to give
no
Draymond
doubt.
Green
I hear you. I want to hear the rebuttal though. And I would say if I'm not giving him. I said half and half.
Yeah, I feel like Draymond Green, because of his personality, you want to give him more of that credit, but he's still, I feel like the second man in line. And
no doubt, I'm not disagreeing with that.
I mean, and I feel like Steph may lead in different ways.
How about this? D Rose, Joakim Noah.
Boom.
That's Stephen Curry and Draymond Green.
But see, now ask Joakim.
There's no doubt. It's no doubt about it. I mean? We know what D Rose meant to the team, but the pulse of that team was Joakim Noah. As much as we love the great Houdini, there's no doubt what he means to us and what he meant to that team, bro. We know who he was to the team. He was the MVP of the league. The pulse of the team,
which is why I have it's like yes, I feel what you're saying,
right?
But see now. You lose Joakim, you know what I mean, and then you lose Rose. Are you telling me that we are losing the same thing? Like
if we lose Joe, but we have Derek,
we lose more with Joakim than we lose if we lose D Rose.
I feel like it's equal. You're losing different parts of the game. The game is not. The game is layered. When you lose Joakim, you're losing your identity.
Energy.
You're losing your energy. You're losing your vocal leader.
To see all things
considered.
All things
Rose will play harder.
Rose and
talk up.
Steph can make up for. You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying they can't.
You know what I mean?
Because I think they could. I think they're that talented.
You lose Steph, you lose D Rose. Those two, it is a different level of basketball.
Oh, it's huff after that.
Exactly.
You're done.
Exactly.
You're done.
And which is I totally feel you because Draymond just is a different animal.
Right.
Like he's gonna drag you to the finish line when you don't have anything left.
He's gonna hold all the
You know what I
teammates
mean?
accountable.
You see, now the thing with Steph is when you don't have anything left, Steph got like a whole nother level that he can tap into, and he's gonna look at you like, don't even worry about it. You know what I mean?
And I agree with that, but see, then that was another thing that I delved into. I said there are two different players, skill wise and scheme wise. If you look,
I feel like that's what I'm more interested in.
Right.
That's where I feel like their differences come from.
Right. If you look at the way the Portland Trail, again, because this is who they are. Terry Stotts and Dame came in together. Terry Stotts is the only coach in Portland history to lead his team to the playoffs every year. That's because he has Dame to lead his team every year. Don't forget when they had LA that one year and Nicholas Batum and all the other two guys, and they lost them guys, all four of them, and they was right back in the playoffs the next year and every year since. Now, when we talk about scheme-wise, point guard, Steph is just a point guard by name. Steph is not the point guard of the Golden State Warriors.
You see, to that point, I feel like his point guard skills are underrated.
I'm not saying they're not. But that's not who he is best for that team.
But see, now what I'm searching for is an attribute that Dame is better than Steph in.
I think.
You know what I mean,
what Ron
is he
said.
A better shooter?
I don't know. He's not a better shooter, but I think
I mean, is he a better defender?
He's definitely a better defender.
But see, because I feel like Steph is.
And neither one of them.
Exactly. Neither one of them are like.
That's not their job. Right.
But Steph is a very good team defender, I feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying Dame is a better defender than Steph. I'm not saying Dame is a better shooter
but
than.
Is he a better leader?
I think so. I think it shows. That's what I meant. It's clear.
You see, now that's what's not clear to me.
Okay.
Because from the beginning of the season, the conversation was that even with Steph, the Golden State Warriors were not a playoff team in the West. Where are they right now?
Who?
The Golden State Warriors.
They would. I think they may be 8th or 9th.
Okay.
Yeah, they may be 8th or 9th. They only want. They like Portland is 5th. They got like 2 more wins than Golden State because they beat them that night and then they haven't played since. And Portland had a back-to-back, and they beat Sacramento last night. So they're 2 games ahead.
I think that's extremely impressive for Steph to come in and the talk be that he hasn't had an opportunity to lift a team up.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And he
been playing with Clay and Steph and Katie and Draymond and Katie all those years.
Absolutely. And I feel like he is totally doing that right now.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I have to give him his credit. You know what I mean? Coming off an injury, and then also losing Clay for another extended period of time, being out there in the West, starting slow. I mean, he dropped 60, and then things kind of went in a different direction.
Steph was cooked after the second game of the year. Like, all right, man, stop with the hot takes.
And did he not come back and
with a vengeance?
He had that Jordan look in his eye for that period of time. Yeah. He's like, oh, really? Let me show y'all something real quick.
I agree. No doubt about it.
And then when you to match up with him and Dame, I feel like he always comes ready for that game inside. Like he embraces that. I got Dame tonight. Like the man's a killer, Joe. Like Steph is a killer.
He is a killer.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying he's not a killer.
And I feel like if you and this is I would do something I don't normally do, family. If you swap those guys out and you put Steph on. That's where I don't know. That's where the leadership part comes in. I don't know if Steph. That's what I'm touching on. I feel like you get a very, very similar Blazers team, if not a better one. If not a better one, because you're talking about a champion, because you're talking about a cat that has played at every level and seen every situation. You know what I mean? Steph is, you can't throw anything at Steph that I don't feel he can't.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that, but I also think you have to look at the way the system is set up for Steph to succeed. Steve Kerr has put Steph in the best position to succeed, and I think Terry Stotts, I think that is different for Dame. I think Dame has a natural, that's natural for him.
Now, here's where I think Dame is better than Steph. And I wanted to know I didn't know if you was gonna say it, but in clutch time,
that's what Mick. But that's why I said clear. Dame had a terrible night that night when it came out, when it mattered. And that's why I showed that clip at the beginning. It wasn't about the shots. It was about the sequence. Portland was down 6 points. Then they was down 3. Then they was down 1. Then they went up 2. Then they went up 5.
Dame is better at I feel like Dame, when it comes to getting his shot at the end of the game, he may be the best in the league.
Right.
You feel me? Like, the composure that he has, he always looks calm, but he's going to get his shot. It's going to be a good shot, and he may kill you. So.
I agree 100%, and we could talk about this all day. This is a great conversation.
We've
because,
seen Dame send people home
this
in the
is again, bro, I like Steph. I'm excited. Steph is one of the few Dev, Bradley, Bill, Steph, Dame, KD, Harden. It's only a few people I get excited to watch it. When I see them on the schedule, I'm like, okay, let me tune in. Mm-hmm. So my post wasn't this Dame is better than Steph post, because it's not. I would take Dame over Steph. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. For your money.
For my money.
Uh-huh.
But again, at the end of the day, that game, Golden State versus Portland, Dame never forced the issue. He trusted his teammates the whole game. They double me over half court. I can survey the scene. I make the pass. I trust my team. It's natural. You have to trust your teammates. But at the end of the game,
with a backup center,
at the end of the game, it's a one-on-one. Now I'm not allowing y'all to bring this double team. Now I'm about to do what I do best. I'm gonna play one-on-one. Now if y'all send a double, somebody's going to be wide open.
See, you know the issue is, as soon as I say, I get all these flashes of Steph killing. Steph,
and let's not act like Steph don't see.
Scores.
Come on. There's no doubt about that, bro. Let's not act like Steph ain't never seen a double them either.
It's like, you talking about two of the best point guards that I've ever seen.
Yep. I think that's about where we can end it. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to get that off because people was flooding. Dame got to do some winning. Dame got to do this. I'm like, well, first off, basketball is a team sport. It wasn't Steph versus Dame. It was the Blazers versus the Warriors.
But see, and then I know we're up against a break. Before they ever won a championship, would you think that Steph, Clay, and Draymond was a championship combination?
No.
They're a championship combination because Steph. And see, I don't want to leave them other tws together. Out of the equation.
Exactly,
but Steph ascended to another level. Like from Davidson to his early in his Golden State career.
Clearly,
I saw a tweet that said, remember when Andrew Bogut got traded to Golden State? He got traded for Monte Ellis. It was originally supposed to be Steph.
Yep.
They thought his ankle wouldn't hold up.
Yep. Kudos to Steph for getting his body right.
Exactly, one of the best point guards of our time.
And don't forget, Steph got it in his blood.
Oh, it's in his blood. It's definitely brewing in there. But forget MJ's sons was trash. So Steph is. And I feel like I've had the pleasure of watching his entire career. I remember when Steph used to go back and forth with Patty Mills in college. I remember him getting drafted by Golden State and thinking, damn, that's a reach, fam. Like, the family, he got a burner, but the face of a team, I was doubting it a little bit. I feel like the way he came on the scene, the craftiness he showed, even with Monte Ellis there, really kind of opened my eyes. And Golden State, you got to applaud them for building that core. They drafted those guys, and Steph turned into one of the greats.
No, that's real.
Shout out to Dame. I'm taking them from Dame.
No doubt. Shout out to Dame and Steph. Hopefully one of them guys take the MVP home Sunday. If not, looking forward to
They did us bogus by putting them on the same team.
LeBron knew what it was. He said,
on.
I'm grabbing Dame with my first pick off the oak. Sorry.
Not mad at that, LeBron.
On that note, man, let's take our 2:30 break, man. We got about 26 minutes left in the show. Come back on the other side, man. We can get into a couple more things, man. I don't know if you want to do flat.
Please, football guys. I've seen what you've done for others. Okay.
Ron Rilla, take us to break, bro.
WIIFTBPM.
Shout out to the Bigs. They just wrapped up another edition of On the Soil. They talked to Eric Davis. I didn't know that brother was like all that cold.
I didn't either.
You know, Gino is the baseball expert, right? So whatever he say, that's how I'm rolling. So just hearing how he's been talking about him since they actually scheduled that interview made me like look like how cold was this dude? It's legit.
Shout out to Don for the guest look.
Yeah, Don is the deal, G.
Guest look is outrageous.
Don is the plug.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing.
She is the plug.
Don is dead at the plug.
Gino and Mace. Why are we being left out over here?
Well, that's not really true.
Okay, well, break it down for me.
Oh, a wise guy, eh?
What'd she do? She set us up with Scoop.
Okay.
I've had Scoop's number for a while.
Salute.
But even like my I'm associates with, Don is like, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, let's get you on the show sometime. I'm like, yeah, let's set it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. We'll do. Don like, hey, yo, I need you on the show tomorrow. Like, okay.
Sit your $5 down before I make change.
Like, it's different with the big little sis, man.
The last of the Gambinos or something.
For real. She about that action. So shout out to Don, man. Shout out to the Book of Don.
WIFTBPM.
What's up, good people?
Y'all go accept my request on the page. So
Why?
I do the
Why would we do that?
Why would we do that? I'm trying to do the survey.
Why would we let you in? Why would we let you on the... You talking about the Iswiz Book Club page? No, why would
we're going to let you in, Ron. You need to read. I'm with that. I'm definitely put you on.
Somebody please let Ron in the Iswiz. Is it? I thought it was a public page.
I don't know. I don't run it.
I don't know who run it. You got to talk to Shannon and Robin and...
You say what? Y'all group private like it's something special or something.
First of all, it is something
special.
Okay?
There's something special, okay?
You know what I'm saying?
And you gonna talk it again. Don't get no punishment again now.
Right. They already came in there like, look at her being nice to Ron today. It wasn't gonna last.
He always messes
I think Asia came in like, for now, like just for a little while.
Just for a little while.
Just for a little while. Somebody let that man in the page. Somebody let that man in the page, Robin. Please let him in. I said what I said. Herb too, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
And yo, my music is addictive to the user. I let the rush soothe them, they tune in, then I school them. Listen, homie, this shit ain't real. It's just illusions used to fool men, women, and child to confusion. Start running wild, changing views when niggas think they winning when they losing. Caught up in movements, moving foolish, letting life fool them, betting they life losing, trying to better their life when vice moving, cruising, grabbing clicks and cruising, bagging chicks and dudes off tips with slick maneuvers, turn OGs to broke D's and hungry crooks. Stand sideways, my way, giving me funny looks. That's why I hide my money in books. They scared to learn, allergic to words, swerving towards murderous curves. In the dark, working the curve. I'ma still shine cause I'm the light, and I'ma burn to my purpose to serve. Knowledge is power and ignorance is bliss. It's the wisdom that shines through the visions of the mist. The main challenge is to maintain a balance between your soul and the body and control. It's the science. Knowledge is power and ignorance is bliss. It's the wisdom that shines through the visions of the mist. The main challenge is to maintain a balance between your soul and the body and control. It's the science. Pussy on the brain, T-bone steaks, a pint of dog, light in the jaw. Pushing cane on the paper, writing bars. Lines that similar to scars that run deep. I've been involved in the race since the beginning. Running these streets like Kenyans when it was dark with no heat. Used to spar with the stars before I nod to sleep. I hardly speak, it's hard for me. But all I see from the broads and the cars on this dark-end street, parts of me from the heart is hard. And Mars was deep, starving for the part when we was starting to eat. Since Marvin argued deep with an armory of harmony, charming my father's feet. Calm them, alcoholic talking, constantly walking through the valley with his arms on me. I've been here since life in itself. Good versus evil in the hood with my people, fight myself. Knowledge is power and ignorance is bliss. It's the wisdom that shines through the visions of the mist. The main challenge is to maintain a balance between your soul and the body and control. It's the science. Knowledge is power and ignorance is bliss. It's the wisdom that shines through the visions of the mist. The main challenge is to maintain a balance between your soul and the body and control. It's the science. Quiet is kept, my words kept, miners and vets. Higher than pilots and jets. Behind the sirens and tech, shorties crying out west. It's been a war going on since Osiris and Set. Before man acquired the text written in stone on walls. It's all laws and the signs of commit of how society slept in the eyes of the best. The science of life and dying plus the desires of flesh. We lost while we floss the boss signing the checks. While we off buying the best. Diamond shines on our necks, wet with blinding effects. The kind that remind me of blinding baguettes in a timepiece. Then a timely make time freeze live and direct in 60 seconds. Time me it's hardly a heartbeat. A heartbeat, the thing that separates my mind and my flesh. Rewinding my steps to where I first started.
Name Lillard, and I'm rocking with the bigs.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks.
We are back on the soil, man. And what we want to do real quick is we want to keep up a little something we started last Friday, man. We want to take it back a little bit, give you a glimpse of what the grind has been like for the illest independent sports media outlet in the land. And this time around, I think we want to do something because it is March, so we know we're getting ready for March Madness. But a couple of years ago, we were actually passing out trophies, man, for Player of the Year. We've had a great time covering high school basketball over the last 4 or 5 years. And one of the best things we were able to do is to give these kids a platform where they can not only that showcase their achievements on the court, but off the court as well. And I think it was 2018.
Because it's 21 now, so that had to be the season had to be 2016 to 17 because our guys are senior
2017. Now. Lucas Williamson from Whitney Young. Shout out to Coach Slaughter over there. But that season, the man put the Dolphins on his back and not only picked up a city championship, but they went down and played, I feel like, in the championship game downstate.
They came up short.
It came up short, but they definitely represented thoroughly for the city, and Lucas Williamson was one of the more special players, not only because he got down on the court, but if you ask around about this kid, he was a light throughout that entire school.
Yeah, he was top-notch, man. It was a pleasure to follow him that year.
Yeah, man, and that goes into it. When we're picking best players, not just about what you did on the court, even though winning does matter. And that's another reason why he ended up getting the recognition, but behind the scenes, when it came to the work, the man put in the extra work. So we want to show that to you guys real quick, man. The ceremony we did, presenting him with his trophy, we went to Whitney Young and was able to interview him along with the principal over there, Dr.
Joyce Kenner.
Joyce Kenner.
Yeah.
And Coach Slaughter joined us, so enjoy this one.
Yeah, and Loyola, they making another tournament run.
Man, the man was a part of the last
he was a freshman when the first tournament run. Now he's a senior, started every game this year. He's a critical piece to the Loyola Ramblers, and I'm looking forward to seeing those guys show and prove. So with that being said, man, Lucas Williams.
That's real quick, man.
Turn your other stuff.
My Facebook. Turn the book down real quick. And here we go.
You already know what it is. It's the bigs, the voice of the people, for the people. Most importantly, man, by the people. I need no introduction. I'm here with my player partner, T-Tom. We're here outside Whitney Young High School live. We're here to bring Lucas Williamson our first ever Bigs 2016-17 Hooper of the Year award, man.
Let's go holler at the young kid, man.
Let's get it.
2016-17 the Bigs Hooper of the Year, bro. So, thank you.
Yeah, you always talk about Coach Slaughter. Y'all always talks about Coach Slaughter. Like I said, when I came and watched y'all practice last year, I don't know if you even paid no attention, but I watched how he was talking about, it was more about teaching than the actual game. And we talked about you in Proviso West. Remember we talked about the leadership, and you was just saying, man, every day I just try to keep growing and growing as a leader. Ultimate culmination, man, of the second title, man. So, yes, sir. Congratulations to you, big dog. So, yeah, we just came to give you, present you with the trophy.
What's going on, you guys? We are actually live and direct on our Facebook page, bringing you a special edition of our show, Rocking with the Bigs. Shout out to everybody tuned in. As you can see, to my right, we got the man Lucas Williamson, state champion 2017 from the Whitney Young Dolphins. But he can add another accolade to the resume. He is our very first, the Bigs 2016-2017 Hooper of the Year. So, the hardware that goes to the winners where we come from. Now can put on your trophy stand, my brother. So thank you very much. Lucas, what does it mean to you to stand out and be recognized as Hooper of the Year?
It's such an honor. I have to thank my coaches and all my players for just all the hard work, always believing in me. It's just a dream come true.
It's your leadership. Remember we talked at Proviso West when you guys won, and you talked about just trying to grow as a leader every day. And like we said, this is the ultimate culmination of it, right?
Yeah. We knew going into the state playoffs, one thing that we needed was a leader. My sophomore year, it was kind of tough. We didn't really have a person that we could say was our leader that year, and I knew in my senior year that it would have to be my year to step up and be a leader and be as experienced as I am, be one of the more vocal points. And the coaches told me going into the season, like, you're going to have to be a leader if we're going to win the state championship.
No doubt. All right, so talk about how much Lucas has meant to the program.
You know, Lucas, as you said, he's a two-time state champion. You know, he joked about not playing his first year as a freshman, but I think oftentimes people don't recognize that even though you may not get on the floor, the things that you get are also important. I often talk about it like being the saucer and the teacup. What falls out of the teacup lands on the saucer. And as you look at now, all those things that he was able to take from that first year as a freshman that's not playing a lot, it manifested itself as a junior and as a senior. And I think a lot of people don't realize that Lucas was our leader in many ways last year, albeit not our vocal leader. He led us in a lot of statistical categories. And I think when you stop, when you look back at it, you look at the things that he was able to accomplish this year, those are direct results of the 4 years that he put in the program. And he's just a great kid who does whatever it is that's necessary. He's a young man who decided he wanted to get better, and ultimately he did that, and a lot of it was done on his own, away from what we did here at Whitney Young, and we'll be forever grateful for the opportunity to coach him here.
These are the type of students that we want at Whitney Young. Lucas got into Whitney Young on his own. We don't recruit students to come to Whitney Young. He chose Whitney Young because he knew we had a strong academic program and a strong athletic program, and you had a principal at the top who cared about both. And so I'm just honored to be able to say that we have a student like Lucas and all the other young men who played on this state championship team. I was honored to be able to go into the locker room to share with them my thoughts about them as individual players. Lucas is one of the most outstanding students we've ever had here at Whitney Young. He's been focused academically. He's humble. He's fair. He's honest. And all the kids in our school love him as a student, not just as a basketball player, but as a student.
So once again, shout out to Lucas Williamson, the very first Biggs 2016-17 Hooper of the Year, man.
Absolutely, man. So show him the hardware, let him know it's real. It's real.
It's the Biggs. Peace out.
Peace out. Hooper of the Year. Man, that I feel like I look at the college game through a different lens, man. I'm always looking to see what guys like Lucas, Io, any of those cats we covered, man, over the last few years from the soil. I'm definitely always looking at them with a microscope, and it's always great to see them still carrying the mantle of being from here and having to put on, man. Lucas is one of them cats that stayed home. And 4 years later, I don't even know if you've noticed, but he's using his voice more on Twitter. He's speaking on topics that aren't easy topics to speak on. So I'm proud of him overall.
Yeah, he's an intelligent kid too. So not that I expect him to speak up on certain topics, and I haven't even peeped that, but I do follow him. I congratulated him the other day when they won the division or conference title.
Yeah.
But yeah, I check in more with him. But yeah, man, he was a pleasure to cover that season. His leadership, not just vocally, but you could tell that the guy, the guys looked up to him because of the experience that he had as a freshman being on the varsity team going downstate. And shout out to Coach Slaughter, man. Ty is a good dude.
Totally one of the best the city has, you know?
Joyce Kenner, Dr. Kenner. Everybody over there at Whitney Young. I know Herb is probably in the comments talking about should have been a Dolphin.
Should have been a Dolphin. I can hear it in my head right now.
But, yeah, man, just looking at that, those were our
early
days.
Those were definitely the early days, still on the grind. But, man, you know what? I feel like what we said about Lucas can be said for most of the kids that we've covered, man. I remember the following season, Danny.
Danny, what's his last name?
I hate that I'm
from Orr.
Yeah, from Orr.
Yeah.
Was our player
Was
of
it
the
Danny
year.
Smith?
Nah, I think it was Danny Smith. And he put on, and we were able to give him the award the next year, man. But
Was that the year? What about the year with Talon and that was that year
that
with
was the year
Talon
with
and
Danny.
Io?
We gave it to Danny
Yep.
that year because remember Orr came in and crashed the party a little
Yeah, they
bit.
crashed the whole two-way party. They was serving up everybody.
And we don't play it. I mean, we don't just give it to the name.
Yep.
I mean, we give it to the kid that earns it. So it felt good to give him some hardware, you know.
Yep.
Not to say that Io and Taylor didn't put
No
on
doubt.
because that was one of the most fun seasons.
And Javon Freeman, another Dolphin.
And an ex-Seton Sting. You know what I mean? But that's another story I got to put on for my side. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man, interesting stuff, man. Good to run that down. Flashback Friday, like T said, man, we're going to try to keep that coming every Friday for a lot of our new family members who haven't been on the grind with us the whole 5+ years, man. We're going to be bringing some of our content to you guys on Friday. Follow us. Follow our YouTube page. What is it, T? Is it I don't know what the YouTube page is. The Bigs
TV.
Media? The Bigs Media, the Bigs TV. I don't know.
You
Just
search
type in
either one of those and you can get to it for sure.
It'll pop up. But go follow us. We're going to be bringing this Flashback Friday to you every Friday, man. Next week, we should have something special for you guys starting next week. So we're going to make sure that we get that popping this weekend and bring the family members closer. But, man, we ain't leaving out of here without the word of the day. But I know you want to talk about Russell Wilson real quick.
I just want to say a prayer to the football guys. Yeah, I mean, to the football guys. That's all I want to do.
Where are they?
They're not in the sky. I don't know. They could be all around us. Right. Wherever you reside. Whatever forces are in control of this situation. Because I don't like to involve God in football matters.
Yep.
But please, okay? These teams have had nice things. And I would like for the Bears to have those nice things. And the price not to be extremely high. So, football guys, if you're working, if you're conjuring up anything over the weekend, I will get rid of all future music. My girl will be 1-2 stepping to help Sierra from whatever she needs. But Russell Wilson, if he's able to put on a Bears jersey at some point this offseason, I will be a happy man. And I will relinquish. I put down my sword, fam. Okay? I will pull it back and I will lay it down. And I will join my fellow Bears fans in celebration. So that's all I have to say.
Well, I know this much. The franchise tag, the last day is March 9th, bro. Allen Robinson still doesn't have a deal. If Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson happen to become the new Bears quarterback,
somehow, some way, we got to make it about this life.
Then that means our first-round picks for the next 3 years will be gone.
See ya.
I think Darnell Mooney might be gone too.
It was all good things coming to an end, Darnell.
Hey, Bears, y'all better sign Allen Robinson. I don't care if it's with that franchise tag and then y'all come up with a deal further down the line.
Oh, do it.
Or give him a deal before this
That's
franchise tag.
That would be ideal, but on the franchise tag, you can sign him at any time to an extension.
That's all I got to say about that, man. Russell Wilson likes the Bears' offensive line. I'm pretty sure he would like any line other than the Seattle Seahawks.
That doesn't end up with him on the ground.
Yeah, more than anyone in NFL history other than Randall Cunningham. But, yeah, with that being said, that's going to be our only Bears talk for today. We will resume this Monday. Hopefully we'll resume this Monday.
I'm sneaking it in Sunday. Sorry, Herb, but go ahead.
Well, maybe Sunday we can start this kickback with a new Bears quarterback.
Monday, what's good Monday?
That was when we returned back to the soil.
Yeah, no.
Sunday.
We're going to be, hopefully we're talking about a new Bears quarterback. I'm done.
The word of the day before we get out of here. I know Ron Rilla's been looking forward to it.
Can't leave without it. Let's get it.
Today's word of the day. Empyrean.
Empyrean, okay.
Empyrean. Empyrean.
It's a noun.
It's an adjective. Now, Ron Rilla, I heard you yesterday talking about you was top 20 out of 500 in your class at CVS.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, Ron Rilla. Its origin is Greek, mid-17th century, relating to heaven or the sky. The astronauts were awed by the Empyrean domain outside their window. While the planetarium couldn't fully replicate the Empyrean wonder of the night sky, it came very close. Empyrean.
I feel like when I woke up today, the Empyrean vibes of the sun shining through my window.
Empyrean.
The Empyrean vibes of the sun shining through my window put me in a good mood and made me excited to get outside.
I think you knocked that one out the park.
I feel like that is the perfect word to describe.
That's it, Ron.
How I felt today.
I think you knocked it out the park. All our family members in the chat, Empyrean, man. Empyrean, relating to heaven or the sky. That is today's word of the day. With that being said,
family,
we got the brothers, the gods, cousin 2, Herb Howard. I said what I said.
Yes.
Intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. Here every day on the What's in It for the Black People Media Network, 3 to 6 p.m., man. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Don't log off. If you do log off, if you at work, tell your boss it's Friday, man. Lay off me. Let me chill. I don't know if it's payday Friday or not, but it's Friday. It's the weekend.
And I said what I said,
yeah,
fam.
man. Y'all deserve these. If you're doing 9 to 5, y'all deserve these last 2 hours to just chill, get your mind right. And go home and watch Coming to America, man. Coming to America 2, actually. Coming to America is, if not my favorite movie of all time, is top 2, top 3, no doubt. I'm preparing to be let down.
Oh no, Gino.
Yes, I'm sure it can't compare to the first one just because. But hey,
we'll
man,
get your review on Monday.
We'll get the reviews on Monday. We appreciate all the family members in the conversation, joining the conversation. And, man, we appreciate you guys more than you know.
Definitely. Real family.
Ron Rilla holding us down behind the boys, doing all the hard work.
The producer.
And y'all know what it is with the bigs, man. Show love, spread love, stay away from the haters. Circulate the dollar with your people, man. Make sure y'all circulate the dollar with your people.
Very important.
Sepia told me to tell Brian, it's not Sir and Madam, it's the post office.
Oh, yeah.
Post office, man.
They're definitely the thorn in the side of successful businesses right now.
Ridiculous, man. So with that being said, make sure y'all stay away from the haters, but
Please.
always, just continue to keep it player, man. There's a lot of unplayer individuals running rampant around the city, around the nation, and around the world. And y'all making real players like me, T-Tom, Ron Rilla, I said what I said, brothers, Sadiq, Mays, all the brothers around here, even the ladies, man. Y'all making...
They can be players, too.
Y'all making us look bad out here, man. So regain your player vibes. And until Sunday with the kickoff, kickback, we out of here, man.
It's us.
Peace.
WIFTDPM.